Hello?
Hey, how are you tonight?
Good, how you doing, man?
Good, man. I guess you guys had to wait till I played H before you would call, right? Is that what? But hey, man, really great to talk to you. I'm a big fan, and I got to admit, I think I've interviewed Maynard once before when he was doing A Perfect Circle, but I've never had a chance to interview you guys, so I was kind of preparing for this all week. And I guess my first question is, how come we haven't been able to interview you guys and all that kind of stuff in the past?
God, I couldn't really say. I know that we didn't, we used to do a little less press than we're doing right now. Yeah, sorry if we passed you by. Unintentionally, I can say.
No, it seems like you guys have always kind of stayed out of the spotlight and such, and now with this record that came out, 10,000 Days, it seems maybe I'm just reading into it a little bit too much, but now there's press and there's actually pictures of you guys out there as well. Is that by design, or is that just something that just happened over time?
People are more willing to talk about us in their magazines, and, basically this time we decided that a good idea would be to kind of take a bunch of pictures ourselves rather than have people put in old shots of, the band 10 years ago or whatever. So it's just, we took a little more control of it. And just the fact that people are actually using the pictures, and actually interviewing us. So it is a little more, the profile's definitely grown.
So what you're saying is you guys kind of had a little more control over it this time, so you said, what the heck?
Yeah, and also, the whole thing has gotten bigger just by, just by luck, really. It's gone larger than it was last time, so you're probably noticing that a little bit.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you get recognized more now? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Is there pros, cons in that, or what?
You know what, that doesn't really, that hasn't changed much. I mean, if we're in a town and we're playing that night, it's kind of possible because there's going to be a lot of people wandering around that are coming to your show and they're that much more aware. But apart from that, I mean, back in LA, it never happens to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard stories about you guys being actually in Tower Records at like midnight when Tool records have gone on sale and tons of kids in there, and you guys have actually walked around and no one's recognized you.
Totally. And even the press shots we did this time are kind of stupid. They're like we just dressed up in a bunch of different stupid outfits, and I think that kind of blurs the idea of what you look like as well a little bit.
Talking with Justin Chancellor here, the bass player for Tool, going to be in town Friday night at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Talk a little bit about Maynard. How's he feeling? Because I know you guys had to cancel a gig on the 12th there.
Yeah, I mean, we really didn't want to, but it got to the point where he couldn't physically do the job. He couldn't sing anymore. He said it was like trying to run on it with a broken leg.
Yeah.
So we pulled the show off the night before, just about, and he literally couldn't sing in large parts of songs, so we just thought it would be better to give him a 2-day break, and then we'll obviously make it up in the future.
Well, it seems like you guys are the kind of guys where it's like it's like perfection. You guys have to be on, or else it just ain't going to work.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just it's if he can't sing, he can't sing.
Right.
And there's nothing you can really do about it. You can't fake it, and you can't the three of us can't just go out there on our own because everyone will be disappointed.
No.
So we very rarely do that, but it actually was for the best. He's back on form, and his voice is coming back strong. So
let's talk a little bit about the new record here, the latest record, I should say, 10,000 Days from Tool. One of my friends told me that in the past, now correct me if I'm wrong, you guys have partaken in some of your favorite things, gone into studios, recorded, and then later on, when you were not on those favorite things anymore, you've pulled pieces off that you thought were cool.
Well,
is that true?
Let's just say that there's a lot of experimentation that's gone into all of the records, and I would say mostly in the building up to writing it, as you say, you have different experiences and little moments of inspiration, and all of that, you draw on all of that, and you pick pieces from everything that is good, basically. So whether it's under the influence or not under the influence, the good stuff makes it through,
So you're telling me there's a chance.
There's a chance, All right.
I
don't know what you're talking about, but
hey, have you tried some of Maynard's wine?
Yeah, I certainly have.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's really good.
Are you like a wine guy?
I mean, I'm not the best guy to ask, but I know what I like and what I don't like, and it's definitely really nice, kind of like almost like Italian wine,
Uh-huh.
But I know this first lot that he made was actually he actually had to import the grapes from California.
Uh-huh.
And then he physically made the wine, whereas this year he's already, he planted vines last year, so this year he's going to actually be making wine from his own land kind of thing.
So I guess you pretty much know what he's getting you for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it very easy, doesn't it?
Justin from Tool with us on the phone, and talk a little bit about this. When Adam was talking about making the record, and I think maybe even you chimed in an interview I saw, it said that a lot of you guys were listening to Meshuggah, and that might have had a little bit of an influence on the new Tool record, which is kind of strange because Metallica said the same thing, and their record sounds completely different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's a little taken out of context. I think Adam said that once,
Right.
And it's kind of, we're all listening to a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's only right that you talk about the bands that you're into, and that's going to be the stuff that definitely influences you, whether it's like conscious or subconscious,
Mm-hmm.
So they were definitely influential. I mean, they toured with us for a while, and their style of music is kind of fascinating, But I mean, they're amongst many other influences that went into it. So,
got a couple more things for you here. Speaking of Metallica, you just Kirk Hammett just recently jumped up on stage with you guys over the summer there and did a Sober. And I think I read his blog online, and it was he could not say enough nice things, and he was so honored to be on stage with you guys.
Man, he's super nice. He's a really nice guy. I'd never met any of the guys in Metallica until we did a gig with them in Korea.
That was your first time in Korea, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah. And, they're just super nice. And, I got to sort of tell him when I was a kid, how, Master of Puppets was insane to me. It was a massive influence. So, it was good to meet. It's always good to meet people that you admire and they turn out to be really nice. You know what I mean? It makes all the difference. So.
You guys did a couple shows with them over the summer, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or just the one?
No, we didn't. We just did the one in Korea.
And he jumped up on stage with you in Hawaii or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He's got a home in Hawaii, I think. So he kind of went back for a couple of weeks there while we were on our way back to the States and we were actually doing gigs. So he just, we all just got along and we said, would you fancy coming up? And he was well up for it. So we didn't even practice or nothing. He just came up and jammed. It was awesome,
Well, Justin, I got to tell you, man, Tool is awesome, and I'm glad we had a chance to talk to you. And thank you for not bringing up the World Cup. I appreciate it, since I don't know anything about it. And also, final question, what's your favorite Beatles song?
Oh, God, I don't even like the Beatles.
I thought it'd be Norwegian Wood.
Nah, I hate the Beatles.
All right, Justin. Hey, man, thanks. Tool in town on Friday the 22nd at the Palace of Auburn Hills, and thank you for the great music all the years, and we'll see you on Friday night right here in the Motor City.
No worries, mate. Thanks very much.